Let's talk about some trailers. To make a long story short, I was watching some trailers for some upcoming movies, and I thought I have some opinions about these. And it actually got me thinking about how, like, talking about the trailers and speculating about the films was actually almost just as fun as talking about the films themselves. And as a content creator, I thought this could be content. And these are just my opinions, based on the impressions or feelings that the trailers evoked. And obviously don't reflect what the final product might end up being, or what I might think about them afterwards, if I see them. Because there are some movies here that I actually have no interest in seeing at all. I decided to sort them by release date, just to keep it a little bit more organized. So first film. I really couldn't get a good reading on this movie based on the trailer, which I think is actually a good thing. It's a mystery thriller, so the more you keep the audience in the dark, the better. But at the same time, I wasn't really that intrigued, weirdly enough. It definitely looks like the type of movie that could go to either the good side of the spectrum or the bad side of the spectrum. It feels like a conventional thriller, which tend to be really cliched. The introduction of an autistic protagonist certainly is interesting, though. But when handling a character like that, things can go south pretty quickly. So I don't know about that either. I don't know. I wasn't particularly impressed by this one, but it didn't look horrible. So I'm going to be a little bit more optimistic with this one. My expectations are like at a 6 out of 10 for this one. The only thing stopping me from being sure about running out and seeing this one is it kind of felt like a VOD watch or like a stream. For some reason, I don't know. We'll see. I really don't know what to say about this movie other than I think it shouldn't exist. I'm not overly familiar with the Impractical Joker's crew, but I have enjoyed some episodes before. But it doesn't take much to realize that one of the reasons that show works is because it's a television program, You take something like that is made for a specific medium and try to translate it to long form, and you get pretty mixed results. It's like having too much of a good thing. This honestly just looks like a really long episode with a contrived fictional storyline about going to see Paula Abdul. I'm not going to see this one. If you're a fan, you'll definitely enjoy this. It's just a longer version of something you already love. I don't think it's going to be bad. I just think it's pointless. I'm halfway on this one. 5 out of 10. This movie is going to stream on the 28th and features Ellie Fanning, who I think is a very talented actress, and Justice Smith, who I don't really care about that much. I don't know, the trailer just rubbed me the wrong way. It's one of those very cutesy, pretentious, star-crossed lovers, doomed romance, the tragic romance, coming-of-age story, where the protagonists are different and unique and outsiders, and they have a dark side to them, and they're deep, but then it's going to try to surprise you with like really dark subject matter. Let me guess, it's suicide. And OMG, everything is tragic. As if it hasn't been done before. I really don't know how else to describe this movie, so I'm just gonna go ahead and read a dialogue exchange from the trailer. Serious question. What are you most afraid of? Being ordinary, so don't be ordinary. I have Netflix, so maybe I'll watch it if I have a chance or I come across it and I have free time, but I'm definitely not going to go out of my way to see it. According to the trailer, it's based on a book. Whether the book is good or not, I'm pretty sure it told its story better than this movie can do it. Very low expectations, 3 out of 10. Apparently this movie's like a modified version of the reboot that Universal had planned to be part of the whole Dark Universe thing. Instead of Johnny Depp, we have this other random guy, and instead of whatever terrible thing Universal had planned, we got this lame-ass looking thing. I don't think you'll get anything out of this movie that you didn't get from the trailer. The trailer basically spoiled the whole film. And when a trailer does that, it kind of communicates that either nobody in the studio or the production has faith in this movie, or that nothing interesting happens throughout the movie, so they have to try and draw in audiences with the climax of the film. I have very low expectations for this movie, like a 2 out of 10. This movie looks like it's going to be boring at best and dog shit at worst. I'm skipping this one, definitely. So Daniel Radcliffe has been keeping himself pretty busy this last couple of years, and this time around it looks like we're getting one of those ultra-violent shoot-'em-ups that I've been craving for. From the trailers, this looks like your average, low-budget, balls-to-the-wall action flick with some dark humor, satire, and half-assed social commentary sprinkled in there. I expect this film to be full ham-fisted and not really have a satisfying message in the end, but at least it might be fun. I can't quite put my finger on it, but it feels like this film is trying to be different just to be different, even though it's not being different at all. Unlike the trailer for The Hunt, which is in the same vein as this movie, this trailer kind of left the plot fully exposed, and I can already kind of start predicting where it's going to go. But still, slightly above average expectations, 6 out of 10. I'm also barely noticing how many movies from Saban Films are on my radar. They have the Nightclerk, Guns Akimbo, and Vivarium. That's for March though. I actually didn't know how prominent they were until I started seeing all the trailers. Interesting. So that's about it. If you're someone who's watching, what did you think about these trailers? Or any of the other trailers for any of the other upcoming movies for that matter? Did you love them? Did you hate them? Comment all that shit. I'm also going to do one of these videos for March releases, which includes Mulan. Oh, Mulan. Anyway, if you liked and subscribed, like and subscribe again. If you didn't like my opinions or disliked the video, hit the dislike button twice and hit the subscribe button 3 times. Peace.